I know I'm a content creator, I'm a streamer, I'm the e-boy, I'm the YouTuber. I have to... Come on, guys! Come on, guys, to our Pro Tour watch party! I just can't. You know what I mean? I just can't do it. Try it. What's on a mode of 6? Mode of 5. So if they're like an interactive deck, I'll play the Supplier first, and if they're a non-interactive deck, I'll play the Feeder first. Can we change the swamps already? I don't know. I'm not going to change them for now. I'll probably change them next time we play the deck. It is pretty annoying, though. I like them, though. I don't know. I'm trying to, like, not let my parade get rained on too much with chat comments. Like, I like the new swamps. I think they look cool. I'm going to play with them. So, kind of hoping we don't get Dothy Voidwalker next turn, but even if we do, our Souls of the Lost is 4/5. And if they don't, our Souls of the Lost is... Oh, we milled the journal. Our Souls of the Lost is 9/10? Turn 2? Yeah, I like them a lot too. Okay, looks like it's not Scam. Like, we played the swamps yesterday in a deck with red and black lands, and I understand the confusion a little bit more there, right? Because there's 2 colors of cards in the deck. But, I don't know. It's in a monocolor deck. It feels like it should be pretty excusable. Yeah, I'm gonna jam here. Also, notably, if this was a Gravecrawler, it'd be a lot better this game. Build over a Bloodghast, though, so our Carrion Feeder will be pretty big. Do you think Gris would be too high a curve if you're splash green instead of white? Well, if you play any 3 drops, you have to play probably like 21 lands, maybe 20 lands with 1 or like 2 3 drops. Gris would be fine, but I don't really want to raise the curve. No. Thoughts with no bombardment? I think I'd rather play all the other 2 drops I'm playing than splash for bombardment, probably. Bombardment would be fine. But we're super 2-drop heavy, and like to some extent, like we're already playing Agatha's Soul Cauldron, right? As a like non-creature 2-drop that we're kind of built around. You could move away from the Cauldron stuff, and you could play like 4 bombardment, 0 ballista. But the ballista, I think the Cauldron plan has been good. Are there 0 chances like Vengevines? You can play Vengevines. Yeah, the calibrated bean blast time. Notice the blue glowing thing. What a useless change. Well, I think it's great. I think it's great. I think it looks good, and it helps move the game along, making sure people realize they have priority. Like one of the best changes to Magic Online in recent memory. Definitely nothing to complain about. Making the client look better. A silly thing to complain about. So bolt the Bowmaster. So you need to make sure not to go to 15 and die to like them chumping plus Calibrated Blast, but they're also... Oh, they're just dead. I mean, they were dead before I did this too, but they're super dead to this. So Verse doesn't hit Scion of Draco. It does hit everything else in their deck, but I don't know that we necessarily even care about... Oh, it doesn't hit the Kavu. Yeah, I guess we just don't bring it in. You can just run it back. Running back seems fine. Soul seems great in this matchup. I mean, they have Binding, but the rest of their removal spells are red. It's Fury and Bolt. The Inti Asmo book idea. Yeah, I want to build an Inti deck with Asmo and a Call Pakal. I'm gonna try this on the draw probably. Yeah, I want to try Inti and Kapal. Sorry, in the like either is it Asmo or maybe 3-color Asmo deck. Sounds interesting. And definitely would like to draw a land. Off to the races if we do. Yeah, this deck would be so ridiculous with Luris. Already seems pretty good, though. Solus the 19. Thank you. Welcome back. Maybe unban Luris, but you have to play this deck. Witherbloom Command would be killing a Ragavan right now. Is not killing our Stalker. I wasn't playing this. Return Verticality comes from to 17. Maybe this is a good addition. Alright, let's just play Supplier this turn. Mr. Land Drop. Do get to grow the Stalker. Land next turn, going like Feeder, Stalker. If it's a fetch land, don't stack Supplier. If it is, we do. Maybe stack second anyways for Bloodghast. Would I play 4 of non-companion Luris if it was legal? I don't think so. Like I have played Luris in like some unearthed builds in the past. And it's like it's kind of a cool tool in those decks, but it's not like anything too special in my opinion. Stalker's pretty good. It is like the best turn 1 play in this deck, and I was liking it a lot yesterday also. We sure did keep a 1-lander though. Menace is also like, it's just sometimes very difficult to evaluate creatures with Menace, but Menace is so good. No Stalker plus 0 mana to trigger. I kind of want to play the Feeder instead. Get the Feeder going. Like if they kill this, I can sack it to Feeder. Maybe getting the second Stalker going. It's nice. Yeah, Menace is very close to unblockable. So put Dothy Voidwalker on top. It's a good card against us. Will probably be a priority, I guess, for me to yeah, it'll be a priority for me to play Ballista on 0 so that I can turn this Carrion Feeder into a Ballista. That means we're pretty dead if we don't draw a land this turn. We'll probably just pack it up if we don't. Yeah, okay. Mr. 4 draw steps. Feel okay about that. Get to play game 3 on the play. Let's run it back. Luris die for Bobble Sins. I don't know. I mean, Luris is a pretty messed up card. It's like there's a few decks like this in Modern that just like, oh, I'm not doing anything. I get the best companion for free. It was always so annoying. Like Hammer just like getting to play Luris was really ridiculous. Burn getting to play Luris was pretty ridiculous. Although most Burn players like their 15th sideboard card more. I think there's a few other decks like Grixis Shadow. Not maybe would still be a deck with no Bobble, and Luris pretty crazy there. Okay, let's mulligan this 1-lander with no 1-drops. Keep this one. Yeah, Scales with Luris, of course. Hot take, Luris probably just, good to be gone. Okay, but it's also Namolda 6. Maybe I'd like to play Carrion Feeder turn 1 here. I guess Carrion Feeder into Priest is not very good against Fury. It's a bit better against Bolt, though. I'll play the Supplier. It's also, of course, you just have 4 Bloodghast in your deck. Might mill one over. We don't, though. Backup Priest. Yeah, Luris was one of the cutest companions for sure. Yeah, so pretty happy if they don't have a Fury. Not the end of the world if they do. Very happy with them just playing a creature. Very I think we sack Carrion Feeder at the Supplier. I guess I can attack first. Gotta get all your points of damage in. That Souls and Dreadstyle deck. We played Souls in Dredgevine and Hollow One. It was good in both of those shells, but this has been the best of the shells so far, I think. So we do find a Gravecrawler. I was thinking we found 2 Gravecrawlers. I would cast both of those. So we'll just get backup Priest. Didn't have Fury last turn, so let's not play around it. You love when they just spend their turn playing a 2-mana creature into your priests. Priest's not usually this good. Although maybe they're wanting to Calibrated Blast with the Scion. Okay, so we get to go bring back Bloodghast, cast Bowmaster, ping you for 1, attack for 2, sack Bloodghast, sack Orc Army, cast Stalker, get Swamp, get back Bloodghast, cast a 2-mana 13/14. Your trigger to send. Your turn. Yeah, we added we cut a Gravecrawler for Tarrian's Journal. Yeah, some sweet turns to this deck. And before Damnation, I do usually play like 4 Path of Perils in these deck sideboards. Surely my opponent won a nice turn GG Path of Peril me. Yeah, they'll Calibrated Blast me for 12 though. Is the Scam Package just too many non-permanent cards? I mean, if we're talking about putting it in this deck, it's like it's a million cards. I don't know. Like minus Fury. Like when you say Scam Package, you're saying Grief plus how many Undying effects? 4, 6. That's 10 cards. If it's 10 cards is like, you know, making 10 cuts from this deck is just a different deck at that point. But it's also the Multi 6. How many cards, when evaluating Journal, how many cards do you need to draw for you to field neutral to? I mean, neutral is 1 card, right? If you're sacking a, like, Bloodghast. I think I just play Priest. Spike, you should keep Fetch for Stalker and Souls. Is it any different to play a Swamp from my hand on turn 1 and cast Carrion Feeder and keep the other 2 fetches in my hand versus fetching for a Swamp turn 1 and not triggering either? Well, the fetch does trigger Souls, but it doesn't help with Stalker, and my life total is 1 less, right? I don't know. It feels... but I know to hold the fetch lands. That was probably good in the Besieged Living deck. Yeah, maybe. You all gonna fetch instead of the Swamp. Yeah, I guess making your Souls 1 bigger is relevant, but also losing 1 more life is also relevant. I think in these kind of... You're also like more likely to draw a land, right? If you fetch turn 1 after you bottomed a land, instead of bottoming a land and drawing on first turn. Yeah, there have been some Dark Confidant suggestions today. Suspends and Crashing Footfalls. Priest can be pretty good against Rhinos. Can be kind of fragile, but they have to deal with it. And then you can Cauldron it back sometimes. Am I ever, like, activating Priest? I think I'm going to attack. Why is it sideboard 17? It must be a typo. I think I'd rather have a 2/2 orc army. Well, maybe that's not the case. Because I'm going to be sacrificing the orc army. I want to sack the army here. This looks like the right sideboard. I'm a little confused. Okay, 3 Crusader, 4 Fulminator, 4 Verse, 2 Push, 2 Needle. Oh, there's no more Tragic Slips. Okay. Since the Verses answer kind of everything that the Slips were. But a little behind on board. Yeah, I guess it sounds... Yeah, you could cut the Cauldron package for the Scam package, but the Cauldrons are, I think, very good in this deck. Yeah, I agree. If you want to like add a package, you can cut the Cauldron package. Let's see. Just think the Cauldron package is way better. I think so too. So they rhinos, we make them sack one of the rhinos, they block on the Carrion Feeder. And I can ping the other one. Maybe I just don't need, maybe I just attack with the Stalker. I'm not playing Squirrel, it's just like Squirrel's only good if you have Carrion Feeder in play. It's just too narrow a range, right? Will they try to block it? No. That's coming down next turn. So I don't have my Bowmaster anymore. Why are they... I guess this is good with Murktide. Kind of cool. Yeah, Stalker's been really good, I think. Like, it's really easy to underrate the Menace, but Menace is such a good ability. Sure. Not the scariest turn. So I'm probably going to Cottage back Bowmaster here. Yeah, I think Stalker could be good at Grixis Shadow. I have a mono black no coffer build. With Stalker that I'm excited about. It isn't necessarily the most exciting, but we'll play at some point. Would you have to take some fetches out to make Field's Demolition work here? You could never ever play any colorless lands in this deck. You have double black Bloodghast, and you have 17, formerly 18, 1 mana black spells. Bloodghast, Gravecrawler is also really black intensive because you have to sack and replay it. You can never play any colorless lands, in my opinion. As for Shadow Stalker, yeah, I thought about trying to figure that out with like Ranger Captain 2, maybe with Cauldron, because like Cauldron Ranger Captain's pretty good. Don't tell Panda. Modern PT next summer. We haven't talked about it, but I guess we all kind of assumed that the Denver RC would queue into that, right? I don't know what there is to talk about necessarily. This hand's very close. Souls of the Lost is probably insane in this matchup. Like, having Supplier into Souls of the Lost is, like, the best thing you can do. And we're on the draw, so I think I'm going to try to, like, high roll a little bit. And then we can play a second Supplier if we miss our land drop, which will make the Souls even bigger. Ding, ding, ding. Build of a Bloodghast too, which will sadly shrink our Souls of the Lost. I guess I might discard Bloodghast to Souls instead of sack to Supplier. Is that ever reasonable? I don't know. Probably. I mean, I have another Supplier to like make this. It's going to be gigantic. It's going to be kind of impossible for them to deal with. Now 2 Bloodghasts. I think it's close. I don't. If I drew another land for turn, discarding the Bloodghast probably made more sense, but I think I should sack a Supplier. And just have the biggest, baddest Soul of the Lost possible. Right now it is a 8/9. Supplier will make it a 11 power creature if we want to like attack into a Cascade spell. Wish you could run something like Faithless Looting. There ain't nothing like Faithless Looting, brother. I tell you what, ever since Wizards of the Coast took that little red sorcery from my little red hands, I ain't never been the same. Land is really nice, so we can like pretty comfortably play the Supplier pre-combat. Yeah, attacking for 12 here. So get Bowmaster in response to ice. Kind of think they might like Petty Theft, and I could replay discarded Bloodghast. This is fine though. $12-13. So lethal with the Bowmaster trigger. Card is so good. It's just like it's like there's the Black Urborg Lurgoyf. Like there's a 2-drop that power toughness equal number of creatures in all graveyards. That card would be a 1, 2, 3, 4 power creature here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 8 extra power because it says permanents instead of creatures. Do you ping the Supplier there? I don't think so. I think you just ping them. I ain't scared. Yeah, I'm pretty happy to just slam with everything. If they have Violent Outburst, they have to jump here, then they block the other thing. Playing Second Souls is pretty good. Playing Second Bowmaster is a lot of damage. I think we should play Second Souls, probably. I just like they have to have Endurance or Bust, really. The Subtlety. If we draw a land, we can bring back a Bloodghast, cast another Hasty Bloodghast, and cast the Bowmaster. Yeah, Anger being legal would be cool. It's like, whenever we play brews like this, there's a lot of chatters who are like, Spike, is Anger legal? It still isn't. Yeah, we played Wonder in a Souls Lost Crabvine deck on Tuesday. Is that thing big enough and fast enough to make replacing Goyf and stuff that plays Goyf worth thinking about? The thing is that the decks that play Tarmogoyf also play lots of non-creature spells and nothing good to sacrifice or discard usually. I don't know. Alright, so I left my Supplier in play. If I draw a land, they're dead, right? No, they're not dead to my Bloodghast. Okay, so these are 14 power creatures. My opponent has... These are 14, 15, so even if they triple block one, it's no good. Too small. What about a Wonder in the sideboard for creature matchups? There are actually no creature decks in Modern. The presence of Fury means no one in the whole format ever can cast a creature. The red enchantment that rummages on ETB and gives haste on sack. Oh, Bitter Reunion? That doesn't make any sense here. Think Ponza could be okay with beans? I've tried to build like red-green beans a few times. Usually I like to maybe think about playing the all will be one combo in that shell. I always kind of like that combo, but I haven't really figured out a great shell for it, I think. I think it's been about... When was Modern Horizons 2 printed? 2.5 years ago? I think it's been about 2.5 years since anybody cast a creature in Modern. Well, they also have a Murktide. It's very funny to just be like a little creature deck like this and be very ahead against like Fury, Fire Ice, Double Rhinos, Murktide. Like, we're like super ahead right now. I will block with the Supplier here, I think. Yeah. Spike Fury is a creature? No, it's Pyrokinesis, or whatever they say. Yeah, so I think we just sack both Bloodghast, and then if we draw a land, we win, and if not, you know, they have to go double chump, and we get to go. I guess we play double Stalker instead of the Bowmaster here. Like 2/2/2 menaces are really good. I could take 8. The Quint deck and Pioneer looks really interesting. I think it's just too easy to defeat. Like, just like once you know what they're doing, it seems pretty easy to play against. Because you do the same thing every game. I could be wrong, though. It is very cool. It was a very cool brew by Doom. How big are these now? 2021s? We need, I guess you can't make it a 2023. This card is 2 years late. 3 years late for some fun jokes. Oh, should have played the Bowmaster. No Gravecrawlers milled yet. We have 3 Bloodghast in the yard, though. We have 3 Gravecrawlers in deck. Although, it is funny, we keep milling the journal. We cut this for a Gravecrawler. Or a Gravecrawler for this. So if they have another Murktide, I guess they can't even cast it. So they fire a Stalker. They're saying that they have... they're definitely saying I have an Endurance in my hand, but... They're dead to my Priest. Do you see deck fade and sack deck over here? I didn't. I actually probably won't look at it. To be maybe I'll build my own then look at it. I've been kind of thinking about it a little bit. I haven't seen it though, but I want to build it myself. I think I'll probably just not look and then build it myself, and then after I'm done building, if it's exactly the same, maybe I don't play it. I don't know. I don't feel too bad, honestly. If we just play like the same things, it's like it's new set release. You all want to play the new cards. A lot of parallel thinking. Think of out against Leyline. Yeah, we have 4 Vanishing Verse in the sideboard, so it just exiles almost everything besides like Hidetsugu against Scam. Okay, let's put back the Ballista probably. Genslugger Prowess, yeah, typically read stuff. Turn 1 Channeler. Thanks, Felix, for the 16 months. Glad you like the stream. So I probably would have played the Supplier first and sack that to the Souls. Yeah, I don't want to expose this to Bolt, right? Yeah. It's clickbait title got me. Why is this the best brew? We 5-0'd with it. I don't know. It's been. I feel like this is a great home for 2 of the best cards in the set, and it's new and fresh. I feel like everything about this deck is sweet and cool, and it's been good. We're 8-2 overall on the day. 5-0'd our first league. Lost to Living In, which like barely counts. Although we did concede a match when we were down a game, and we're up against Yogg, which is a bad matchup. But we just conceded because I wanted to add the journal. I didn't want to finish the league with me wanting to test a new card. Maybe we play Berserker and add a counter so Stalker doesn't die to Bolt. We need to be able to sack Supplier to Souls next turn. I think if Stalker gets bolted, you just sack it to the Carrion Feeder too. Is Souls Lodge just better than Tarmogoyf? I mean, that's not necessarily saying very much, but I think it's better than Tarmogoyf. It's not the highest bar, but I think it's a bar that it does clear. Also, the single Ginger Root to have invasion ability for Souls. I wouldn't play. I mean, you only have 3 Cauldrons in the deck. You know, you have no way to tutor the Cauldrons. You have no way to tutor the Brute. It just seems kind of not where you want to be. I guess I don't know. Probably put the counter on Feeder. I played against the Graveyard. Hey, we beat a Leyline of the Void without the Vanishing Verses out of Scam. We were 2-0 against Scam. They had like we played against mini Voidwalkers. We played against an Endurance also. I feel like I always am I just draw so well against Reed every time I've ever played against him. Why verse over Feed the Swarm? I mean, it's a 2-minute instant that exiles everything without life loss, and it costs you in your 12 fetch lane deck. You like very easily can have 13 white sources, and there's also like good against Murktide, which you know, Feed the Swarm isn't. It's worth splashing for. It's instant speed too. It's like really good that it like gets rid of Fury, 2 mana, instant speed, no life loss. Stuff. I mean, I'm definitely ahead. I'm just also just commenting on the fact that historically, when I've played against Reed, I just draw really well. I don't know. Like Reed also like missed his second land drop after going DRC channel like channeler bobble into preordain and just like missed like a land drop. Like just can't deny the luck. Yeah, 2 minutes and 11. Good against Izzet decks. Stalker's been really good too. But I'm very excited because like this is exactly what it's all about, right? Like this is a brew that we had worked on in the past. We had some okay results, okay streams with it. It was very cool. Definitely felt like it needed a few new cards. Immediately, boom, 2 great new cards. One of the best 1-drops in the format, in my opinion. Although it's mostly really good because it has 2. It's like a good 1-drop with 2 toughness after turn 1. So I just Bowmaster win in 6, and then this card is also gives you the oomph, gives you the oomph of a 2 mana 10/11. Playing Souls Draenmere deck? No, not at all. Souls requires you to be playing like a cheap beatdown deck, not a deck with like instant sorcery based like looting effects that you're probably playing. You know, with like no other cheap creatures to complement your aggro plan. This doesn't really make any sense, I think. It's not like a good looter for persist either, since like you need to be like churn through your deck. Is Stalker good enough 1-drop for mid-range shows like a Scam or Jund? So in Scam it's kind of weird, right? Where you don't really want... Scam plays like 6 fetch lands. I'm playing 12 fetch lands here. I think 12 fetch lands is like around where you want to be for the Stalker, ideally. You don't have to play that many. You can maybe play like 10. But getting up to 10 in Scam is not free. That being said, it is true that... oh, there is a second land. It is true that... having your 1-drop not die to Bowmasters in the Scam Mirror is a really big deal. Like, this card is probably... gives you an edge in the Scam Mirror if you play it over Ragavan. Although you may just not have enough red cards at that point either, and then it's not good enough. I haven't looked super closely at it, to be honest. Oh, so there's two blockers here. I was thinking if there was 1 blocker this turn, I could kill it with the Stalker. How possible is it that I die this turn? I guess I can just attack with everything. Because I don't need to attack with this, right? This must be blocked, and they also have to block. They have to block the feeder too, since I can. Since I can sack the souls of this for lethal damage. And I don't really think there's much Reed can do if I just kill this here. Why does this game run more fetches? Fetches cost life. Yeah, the life loss. You just don't need that many. Can't even double heat this. Not that Reed's necessarily that likely to be playing heat. Yeah, I think trying to play around like land triple bolts is correct. Skeptic runs 9. Do they run 9? Listen, I I haven't played Scam in a while. But if they played 9, it's fine. Let me just look at Corey's list. I know like the old, like I haven't played Scam in a long time. I know the older list don't play that many. Oh, Corey's list has 9. Javier's also has 9. Okay, I'm out of touch. So if Reed removes Delirium here, I could draw Bowmaster, Cauldron, or Ballista to get rid of the Channeler. Souls doesn't die to dress down because it has oh wait. I guess it does. It doesn't have an ability to have a power and toughness. Yeah, I guess it does die to dress down. What is this? Until end of turn, target attacking creature gains +2/+2 and trample. Whenever this deals combat damage, destroy target artifact in the main deck. Wow. Interesting. It's an 0/1 with no abilities. The +1 is, but isn't the +1 part of its ability? Like this thing, it says here, its toughness is. The +1 is also on the PT line. Yeah, weird. I don't know. I'll take your word for it. I hope that's the case. Same as Goif? Right. Okay. Okay. I'm happy it doesn't die just down. Mine died to just down. Don't know if it was a bug or not. Oh no. It did have damage on it? Did not. Well. Yeah, you're right though. Tarmogoyf is templated the same way, so it should. I feel like it should. Either they both should die to just down or neither of them should. So shocking in the Steam Vents means the Stalker is also lethal. Verse is kind of inefficient against prowess. I cut the journal. I think I'm down to like also cut the crawlers, the berserkers. Curve gets kind of high. Need the needle against explosives. Nah, explosives not that scary. I think it's mostly for like Yogg and Scales and Tron. Checked my paper one. The +1 is toughness box will become an 0/1. Okay, I hope so. We can maybe test the bug or something. I think in this matchup we can't really afford to keep a one-lander. It's a very very good hand though. We're on the draw. We have double Supplier to Souls. Actually, I'm gonna keep. That's just like. This is just like the exact curve you want in the matchup, and we could buy some time. And Souls, like we saw that game, is just seemingly your best card. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Does verse kill Ring or Cauldron? No. What? It's mostly for scam, but it can it comes in a few other matchups. Oh, I was supposed to get my Godless Shrine though there. Do I chump block here? Chumping is probably fine. I can just discard a card to the souls. Maybe I don't get the Godless Shrine. Seems like just want to keep my life total high here. I guess I do a jump over against Reed. I'm telling you, we played testing at the Barcelona house this summer. Is like, this always draws so hot against him. This Vanish just get artifacts. Read Vanishing Verse. Exile target monocolored permanent. If it's a monocolored permanent, it exiles it. So like Sentinel, if it's not a monocolored permanent, it doesn't exile it. Yeah, Souls has been really, really good. I know like that first like Crabvine League didn't go that well, but Souls was like very good in the deck. Excited to like find another good show for it. Alright, I'm going to make a conscious decision to not fetch the shrine right now. Just keep the life total higher. So if I fetch, this is 11 power. Play Cauldron. Cauldron, exile is the Carrion Feeder, put a counter on this. It's still 11 power. Then I can sack the Supplier for +5, which is Xaxes, which would make this a forced block. It's also possible I just have one more. I get more power off the Bloodghast. Yeah, and, this is a new card, so like read. Kind of easy to miss that this is a lethal attack. I guess I could mill too many verses. I milled one verse, which means that this. Oh, but the Bloodghast is +2 power, so. How do I take a screenshot of this? Like, this card is it's literally unscreenshotable. It's got too much text. It could be a vapor snag, maybe. Oh, can shrink it with the Soulscar Mage. Right. But we'll have to dart it 3 times here. So I totally blanked on Soulscar Mage's ability. That being said, making Reed use a land and double dart is tough. Reed only has 3 cards in hand. Dart in the yard. I'm at 17. I could die in the spot. Be very cool win for Reed. Looks at his top card. Could have darted before to deny the Cauldron. Oh, darted the Supplier? It's still -1 counter on the soul either way. Metamorphose is definitely, a card required to have lethal here. That'll do it. That'll do it. Wow. What a goat. Great game. I was out here trying to screenshot. Crusader's looking kind of good. The Crusader in the play on the play over verse. That was crazy. If I didn't mill the Vanishing Verse, if I milled all permanents there, we make Reed use the other dart and we win. Or there's that Reed went Bauble, Metamorphose, both darts with all of his cards to kill me. All 3 Cauldrons. Wow, I just always have Supplier into Souls against Reed. Obviously would like to play Stalker turn 1, but feel like we just gotta get the Souls going. It's kind of nice if Reed has Swift Spear, we get to chump block and then discard the Bloodghast. Mill the Bloodghast too. So we take with lethal turn before it didn't block. Reed used Lava Darts to shrink the Souls of the Lost. Lava Darted it 3 times. Makes sense to have some reverse be D-Spark, a hit Ring, and Omnath with hitting Scaly Lane. Does D-Spark hit Ring? Or hit Omnath, rather? Ooh. Graveyard hate. Okay, I'm down to go Stalker, Fetch, Hold Up, Push here. It's Exile CMC4, I see. I mean, I don't think you want to be boarding in 2 mana removal spells against the Omnath Bean decks or whatever. It's just like that's just not really the plan, I think. Fetchling could be kind of nice here. I think I discard Bloodghast here. Which would kind of make Reed sack the Lantern, and then if I can get rid of the Supplier, I can make the Souls of the Lost big again. I feel like I really don't like the second copy of Red and 6. You could play 1, maybe, but I mostly just would be hitting up the Beanstalk. I always probably just play 0. Yeah, I probably just play 0. And then you can go like up a land, up an Omnath very easily. Wow, just the perfect draw. Is Grief bad without scam effects? Yeah, Grief is bad without scam effects. Living End is a scam effect for Grief, by the way. People always go, what about Living Ends? Including Living End. Oh, wow. I missed this play. Oh, fuck. I also just sacked the Souls to the Carrion Feeder. I think it's okay. Yeah, good play, Reed. Getting the Stalker up to... Oh, I also didn't descend. Wow. Everything went wrong. We do this now so that there can't be any cards cast. Do this now. It's the same damage. I could also mill over a Gravecrawler or something relevant to Cauldron. Nothing super relevant. I'm going to exile from Reed's Yard. He's a Breach deck. And I've got 2 4/4s against the Bolt deck. Reed's stuck on 1 lands again. Did I sacrifice Souls? I should have descended. I did descend. I did descend. Okay, that was just a bug then, right? I did descend, right, Judge? We missed the trigger window? No, I didn't. I sacked the Souls in my like damage phase. Or was it on instep? Or was it on instep that he sacked the Lantern? Okay, never mind, not a bug. Damn it. just got. Okay. Not a bug. Souls every single game. Already 5-0'd once today. That was a Gravecrawler. Wait, does anybody think the swamp looks like an island? Does anybody think the swamp looks like an island? That's crazy. Yes, what? No, you don't. No, you don't. You do? I've said it several times. Really? I haven't seen anybody in the chat say it looks like an island. That's crazy. All right, it is pretty bad if they block. Don't think they're very likely to block. But 1 damage is also just not worth that much. Inkmoth is pretty scary. Cauldron is also kind of bad. They get a hammer. But if they don't play Sigarda's Aid this turn, they can't kill me with Paladin next turn, which is good news. Maybe they already have Cauldron in hand. I didn't draw a fetch. I'm going to do this pre-combat, so this is a little bit bigger. They'll both be lethal attackers next turn. I think those are my Super League prizes. That's a lot of stuff. Okay. Jump block likely means no Cauldron, huh? Shows the prizes. They said we weren't supposed to talk about the prizes yesterday. I didn't know that we weren't supposed to talk about them. I had said a few times they were Magic Online prizes, so I'm just not going to show them. I don't know. If they didn't want me to talk about them, though, maybe they could have checked if I was streaming, I guess. So what's nice about this is we can put our opponent in a spot where they have to chump block. Oh, they have another chumper. They'll die next turn. Yeah, so we just concede. Bummer. So yeah, I'm out of the Super League now. All thanks to chat. To play Crusader, I think Crusader is probably a little slow. The verses seem good though. I'm gonna cut the Journal. I'm gonna cut the Crawlers. Priest is your best card of the matchup by a pretty good amount. Maybe it's too many verses. I mean, verse seems pretty good. You could have Ballista, but Ballista is also like important to be able to kill Sanctifier sometimes. Could you go souls to block the hammer? No, they can kill me with Inkmoth Nexus next turn. Just reanimate to get flying again. Okay, let's just play 3 verses. If I keep it secret, I don't really get it either. I don't know. I think it's just mostly that's not what they wanted to promote, right? They wanted to promote that as for the glory and the fun, and it is very nice that they're compensating us for the time. In its previous league, that Journal boards out every match. Bam. I don't know. He boarded against the aggro decks. We haven't drawn the Journal, but we cut a Gravecrawler for it. We've milled it over sometimes where it would have been better as a Gravecrawler. I don't know. Keep this one. Alright, I love when they play 1/1s on turn 1, and I got a Bowmaster. Well, I guess we're not fetching for that now. I guess we save the Marsh Flats for Stalker. I think Stinkwood Imp and Thug will both be very bad in this deck. How are they equipping Personal Dead? They had the Ornithopter to block. They didn't have to block both creatures. They only had to block one. So they grab a hammer. I should probably be a little scared of Cauldron, right? Like, Cauldron would be so good on this board, right? I think so. I will attack here. If they don't have Cauldron, they'll probably block. If they do have Cauldron, they probably won't block. And I think we probably have to Vanishing. I guess I could Vanishing Verse the token. Okay, yeah, I'm down to hold up Bowmasters / Verse. It's cool. Verse was a great suggestion. So there's Sigarda's Hate here. Yeah, I'm gonna have a tough time with this one. I think I play my second Bowmaster now, and I think I want a 2/2 Orc Army more than I want a 2/2 Carrion Feeder. And then we can go, although maybe that's not true because maybe I want to sack the Orc on defense. So they put a hammer on the Stoneforge Mystic now. Maybe I was supposed to leave the Orc Army back to block this turn. That can't be good. That can't be good. I guess they were just not ready for it. They say sick tech. Yeah, the verses were really good. Who suggested verse? I really wish I could tag people, but it was a great suggestion. Like I want them to needle Marsh Flats, so we're not gonna sec the Marsh Flats. Yeah, they're maybe F6'd. I did. I check in your chat history. You didn't. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, we're all Starfall today, huh? What was... Okay, I can't remember what the Starfall meme was. I was thinking about this the other day. What was the Starfall stuff? It all felt so important at the time. Okay. I remember that we found the real Starfall, and they came into the chat, and everyone in the chat was spamming the words, "We are Starfall." But beyond that, I don't know why did we? What was the? What was the start of that? We can't talk about Starfall because of channel mod settings, but you can say Starfall in chat. How can you not? Or was there? Or I don't know what are the moderations? I don't know. It was my conscious all along. I don't know. Yeah, I totally remember doing it. I don't remember why we were doing it, which is a very common theme in my life, maybe. Yeah. Oh, it's because of chance. Chance. Okay. Yeah, I remember that. Get another hammer, right? Okay, no Sophie, thankfully. Alright, we'll get in with our 2/2s again. If they double block, we'll push one of them, maybe. You have a second Cauldron? They have a Nettle Cyst. No, I can't push this. I think the Bowmaster's not doing anything. Man, it's crazy. They just had the Nettle Cyst natural too. Played 3 Stoneforge Mystics, then tutor for the Cyst. Cyst is also like I don't think super standard. So obviously some people play it. I don't think we can. I think we're very likely to win from here. Be very good for us if they don't have a land, because if they can go land, make a Saga token, and equip the Shadow Spear this turn, I don't really know how to beat this. We also can't beat a Pure Steel Paladin or Sigarda's Aid. So several spells we can't beat, nor can we beat a land. That's step one. Oh, they do have a land, but it's Emeria. So something that they don't really want to play untapped. Not literally basic planes, as it turns out. They cast a hammer. And surprise, surprise, we do have the Fatal Push. So if we draw a land, we can turn Souls into a lethal attacker. They do have to block with something either way. So I have a Carrion Feeder and a Bowmasters in the yard. Doesn't seem very relevant. I guess it makes the Orc army bigger. I mean, I think Bowmasters is probably better than the average draw next turn. I think it makes the Orc army lethal, right? Because they have to block this. There's a good chance they just take 2, and at that point they'll be at 4. Although they have all this lifelink stuff. I don't know, maybe. Maybe we could just never beat the Nettle Cyst. Plus Shadow Spear equip on Stoneforge. Wait, there's also 5s. Oh! I shrunk the souls. This was a big mistake. To shrink the soul. Why pre-combat? So I want to play both souls to grow the other souls. But I forgot that I'd shrink that. So I think I just shouldn't have used the Cottage. So if they have a Pure Steel Paladin, they can have a very good turn. Yeah, I wanted to play the Cottage pre-combat, so because I'm definitely casting both souls pre-combat. Oh, that's the work too. Okay. Only one trophy of the deck today. So no trophy prediction, but we will get a 4-1 prediction. Up and maybe not good. Maybe it's not good against coffers. Mono black creature decks. It's also kind of on the uptick. I think Travis is really popularizing it. Zatora's Proving Ground. Should be a good Bowmaster matchup. No, I got 4th in Super League. I was feeling pretty good about my game 3 against Canister before he killed me on turn 2. Until I died on turn 2, I was feeling good about my chances. Yeah, Corey won. I'm Travis at 3BF. I was talking about you. Now, so a disgruntled elk. It's kind of funny how, like, I don't know why I call elk Travis and I call like Doom. I feel like, you know, I don't know. It's just kind of funny. Sometimes you're your username and sometimes you're your, you know, given name. Not much you could do. Yeah, every Hammer player is named Travis is the secret. Wisely doesn't plus the Red 6 first. I think I have to use my mana here. Pretty toasted though. They plus their Red 6, which is a decision for sure. Hashtag paid actor. I don't know. Hard to shake the accusations. Plus the fairy seems fine. Plussing Ridden 6 doesn't seem fine. That was my criticism. Like they didn't plus their Ridden 6 before playing Teferi. I had to play the Bowmaster. But I agree plussing the Teferi is correct. They have a creativity here, not in great shape. Although we do get to like double trigger Bowmaster for each creativity trigger. That's something. 2 mana, Prismatic Ending a Bowmaster. Bolt a Bowmaster. 3 cards in hand. Minus on the token, minus on the token. Alright, 4 cards in hand. Be nice to draw a 3rd land. It kept a 2-lander on the draw. It is now turn 4. I cast this, I guess. This is the classic, like, I know this creativity will win, but I have Teferi in play, so I'm gonna... Do I... do I do it at instant speed? The answer is, like, you probably should, but... You get a concession faster if you don't. Okay, Crusader's kind of interesting, where they, like, they can't kill it, but they can Archon it, which is probably enough for me to not bring them in. I'm kind of down to maybe try Fulminators on the play. And on the draw, I'll try to figure out a different plan. Is Leyline good against me? Might be. The other Leyline is for sure. I think I like Gravecrawler against a possible Ridden 6 a little bit more. I've played Aether Vial in these variants in the past, and I was a little bit stunned or surprised to feel like the card was not very good in the deck. I thought for sure this was going to be an Aether Vial deck, and after playtesting it in earlier iterations pre the new cards, I didn't like it. And then there's a very insightful chatter who said that it's just like this deck's curve is so low that you just run out of things for Aether Vial to do really quickly. And also like Aether Vial has the same Aether Vial problems of like being bad top deck and stuff, but it's like vialing in like a bunch of 1-drops is like just kind of mediocre. Maybe it's a bit better now with Souls of the Lost, but you want to cast Souls of the Lost a lot of the time. You want to sack something or discard something. Yeah, this is a priest. Demonic Embrace kick W. I'll get right on it. Alright, I have to target myself. Fair enough. I was aware. I just then forgot. So you have a Bloodghast in the graveyard. I was hoping that I could play my Ballista and stop them from using creativity next turn. Now I can't really do that, which is a problem. And yeah, Priest is shut off by Leyline. Welcome to Modern. Target Supplier. I'd rather be able to double block the 2 Suppliers of the Shaman. So maybe just cut all the Priests instead of bringing in Verse for game 3 if we go to game 3. Priest can target yourself. It's true. Blocking here is a little bit better against them having creativity. Although I suppose it's maybe not super realistic to try to play around that. Because we, like, you know, we could maybe, like, Priest at Archon if that was still live. It's just not very live. I guess we could draw Souls of the Lost. That could be a way to beat an Archon here. Can we ping Goblin? They're not targeting the Goblin. They're targeting the Shaman. You get to discard Bloodghast. We have plenty of things to sacrifice. I'm just going to die to the clock, and I can't really race. Oh, ping the Shaman, right, instead of a token. Sorry. I don't know why I totally even blanked on that. I have to bring back 3 Bloodghasts. If these had haste this turn, I'd feel a little bit okay about our chances. Any number of target players lose 2 life, sacrifice a creature. Okay, so we can still make 2 mana and draw a card off this. That's never come up for me, but we'll see. You know, I'm just on a like 2-turn clock here is the problem, of course. We could have hasted against my opponent's Leyline. How do I haste there? We're just chatting. Shock plus Ballista. Shock plus Ballista Scalv. Shock plus Ballista Self. Oh, Bloodghast only has haste if your opponent has 10 or less life. It's not just a player. Yeah, Orvars are zombies. So I'm going to 1. Dealing 20 damage here is like... seems tough. And Priest does let you have some good turns, but you know, they don't lose life and they don't sack a creature here. This punching down the chat is getting real old. I don't know. You could call it punching down the chat, you could call it banter, or you could call it you can watch somebody else. Okay, Cauldron. We need a Carrion Feeder or a Ballista off the Priest draw. So any number of players 0. So if I had drawn Carrion Feeder, what happens? I don't even know what you're responding to when you say punching down the chatter. Like I just explained Bloodghast doesn't have haste, you have 10 or more life. I feel like I was even really like I was a sweetheart about it, quite frankly. Okay, 3-2 this league. Bummer. Start off hot. Cooled off a little bit. Still exciting deck to trophy with. Sweet deck for sure.